Normally, I don't really play. I stopped actual gameplay a long time ago because it frustrates me to play this game. But I like building. So I normally build. And I just recently, in the last year or so, started sharing my builds online in the gallery. So, anyway, that being said, I picked a family to play in this for rent neighborhood. And it's some crazy mess happening. And y'all gonna have to forgive me because I have potty mouth. I might cuss. I'll try to cut it out. But um, anyway, so I put this family in, and it was a single mom with a baby daughter and her boyfriend or fiance. And the whole plot was what I want to do is for her to get pregnant by him, and then I was going to move him into the trap house next door. Uh, but unfortunately, my Sims had other plans and did something different. We'll get into that later. But anyway, so this is the house that I built for her. Cute little 2-bedroom house, 1 bath, perfect for her and the baby that she's going to have and the baby that she already has. So I'm just going to jump right into some of the craziness that happened. One of the first things that happened after I got them in and turned on their utilities, I noticed that the boyfriend um, was leaving the house. And I was like, okay, where the heck is he going? So I looked at his menu and saw that he was going to watch TV. And I went, wait a minute. I thought I put a TV in the house. So I zoom in, of course, get close, see that there's a TV. And then I'm like, where is he going? And then I look at the TV that he's going to watch, and I realize he's either going to the barber shop or the beauty shop on the next block. And it was kind of funny to me because he went to the beauty shop and sat down and started watching TV. And then I looked up, and the girl is leaving the house. And I'm like, you can't just leave the house. You got a baby. What the hell's going on here? So I make her go back home, and then I have him come. And a few minutes later, he leaves again. And then I'm like, okay, am I going to have to lock the doors over there? And the homeowner's husband, the person who owns the lot, her husband shows up at their door with fruitcake. So I don't know if that's a normal thing, but he wasn't a welcome party. So I'm assuming maybe he's, like the landlord coming over to say, hey, make sure you pay your rent on time kind of thing. And so I thought, well, he's the owner. If I switch over to him as the character I'm controlling, I can get him to lock the doors. Of course, it doesn't work that way. Again, I don't play, so I don't know these things. I'm figuring it out. So I go through a switching process and end up going back to the single mom household. And when I get back, they're not at the house. They are literally at Grody Park playing chess. And it's raining outside. And I'm like, okay, this is insane. I guess you really wanted to play some chess. So I'm watching them. And then I decided, okay, you know what? Maybe you gave them too many activities to do that are in, sort of a shared space. So I locked all these doors, went back, swiped the chess table out. So the chess table's gone. And then, I was like, okay, well, let me check on their baby. The baby is at home. Well, her baby. Let me check on the baby. So I get back to the house, and the owner dude leaves, puts the cheesecake or whatever, fruit cake down. I wish it was cheesecake. We like cheesecake. Okay, sorry. But I threw the fruitcake in the trash because other than me, I don't know any Black people that really care for fruitcake. But that's beside the point. Okay, I'm drifting. Anyway, they come back to the house and I say, okay, let me check on the baby. Let's see, if the baby's still asleep or if she's hungry or whatever. So I click on the kid, and the kid, I right click on it so that it takes you straight to her. I right click on this baby, and it takes me to the trap house next door, which is supposed to be empty and devoid. So you can see, I go and check the bed. The bed's not there, but it's telling me that the baby is inside the trap house. But of course, you can't see it, and because I'm a little bit of a dingleberry, I'm like, I can hear her. I can hear her, but I can't see her. Why can't I see her? Why can't I see her? Of course, I forget we don't own this house, so we can't see inside. But I thought to myself, I'll have him come over and pick her up. So I had her request to be picked up from the guy. And of course, as you can see, he doesn't come. And that's because he can't get in the house. He knows it. Then I look up, and here comes mom. And I'm like, oh, okay, she's coming to get her baby. Well, what does she do? She goes behind the bushes and around the side of the house to have a mud fight. I'm like, what the fligged nigged noog knock boogie the doo doo? And this baby, well, at least right now she's happy, but still, I don't know where she is. So I'm like, I got to figure out how to get this baby out of the house before she either starts starving or CPS comes for her. So I go to this guy and I'm like, okay, let's see about going to get this baby. And I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I had complete brain fart. And this is why I do not play this game. Stuff like this should not be happening. Babies that can't crawl, she can't even turn over. She barely did one point of sitting up in the very beginning of this game, and I can't get her out of this house. So I started thinking to myself, what can I do? What can I do? How can I get her out of this house? So I tried a few things, and I asked mom to come back, and I told her to go to this spot, and then I say, okay, pick baby up. She walks over to the door, and then tells me she can't get in the house, and now the baby is starting to get a little fussy, and I'm like, what the hell? And then I went into build mode, and I can see her now. So you can see her. She's laying on the floor right by the door. How the hell did she get there? Don't know. It's a magical world. It's The Sims. I don't know. So I'm still trying to figure out how to get into this house and get this baby out. And nothing is working. I'm like, can I move a piece of furniture? Because sometimes when you put the furniture where the sim was, the sim will pop to a different location. So I'm thinking to myself, if I move something over her or close to her, maybe she'll pop outside the door. So I try it. Doesn't work. And I'm losing it. I even thought about taking the door down and knocking a hole in the wall. And, because I've built these small, tight lots, there's nowhere for me to put the door. And so I go, okay, we're going to try going to get the landlord thing. So I shut the game down, and that does not work. So, fun part is when we get back into the game, when we get back into the game, the baby's not there. This kid is no longer inside the trap house. Now, mom is still standing there right where I left her, right where I saved, but the baby's gone. So we got a Houdini baby. Ooh, I cussed. We got a Houdini baby here who can teleport and transport herself from place to place without anyone knowing about it. So I at this point am like, oh my god, where's the baby? Did CPS get her? Oh my god. And then I decide, okay, let's right click on the baby. And where is she? Out on the street, not even on the property, out on the main street in front of the property. this was just one of the many things that had me about to lose my mind. Playing The Sims is not for me. Although I can't wait to see what other stuff happens. I'm going to try to keep following this family. And I do want to follow the owner family as well, because I think the owner family could be very interesting as property owners, because there's six lots on this community, and 6 houses that can be rented. And there's more stuff on the lot. You know, we got a car wash, a barbershop, a beauty shop, thrift store, corner store, and a church, a park with a parking lot. Anyway, these are all the things I put on this lot, and now I have to see how they work. I do have a no CC version of this uploaded to the gallery, so if you want to download it and play with it, feel free and let me know what kind of stuff you're experiencing in this for rent. I know there's lots of bugs still in for rent, but some of the stuff is just absolutely crazy. So, dag, until the next time.